Tiernan, 3-0 victory against Glenavon. Tell us how you saw that one.
Delighted, absolutely delighted for the players and the fans and everyone involved. It wasn't an easy game. The Glenavon, they came and put it up us, but I thought we were very clinical tonight, and I thought we knew what we had to do. It was one of those games where we needed to make sure we were coming out with 3 points, another clean sheet, 3 goals. So absolutely delighted.
How important was it to get our noses in front, kind of as early as we did? I think 14 minutes, Colm and Leroy put us in front. Maybe that early goal's been lacking for the last few weeks. So how important was it tonight?
Yeah, listen, it's always good to get early goals, and it's always good to try and give you a little bit of a foothold and a platform to build on, and that probably, as you say, set us up for that tonight. And I thought going forward at those early stages, we looked very dangerous.
Leroy Miller with 2 goals, his first 2 league goals of this year. Nice to see him on the score sheet again. Yeah,
listen, Leroy's just one of those kids where he came in and he took off. Then it kind of dried up a little bit for him, and I think it was definitely affecting him. It was probably affecting his confidence a little bit. Didn't affect his work rate, didn't affect how hard he trained or how much effort he put in every single day. But I'm just so pleased for him that he got back on the score sheet, and hopefully that gives him a lift to kick on again.
He had to come off at half time, presumably after the knock he picked up from the second goal. Is there anything you're able to tell us about that?
Unfortunately not. No, not at this stage. It's still early. There was impact, and I think there was a bit of swelling, so they're just trying to get the swelling under control and monitor what actually happened.
You couldn't accuse Glenavon of coming here and parking the bus. They really came and took the game to us, but that maybe allowed us to show a different side of our game. We soaked up some of their possession and looked dangerous on the break, and that's ultimately what got us the third and put the game to bed.
Yeah, and again, great credit to Lee Bonus. I thought he was excellent tonight, as was everybody, but just his work ethic in that front line, and he never gave up, and I think his goal was absolutely and utterly superb. He probably couldn't have hit it any sweeter and couldn't have picked a spot out if he tried.
And just over a year down the line, are we starting to see a more all-round Lee Bonus with an assist tonight, a goal, and added to those 2 tallies that he's really building nicely this season?
I think, Ian, from a manager's point of view, first and foremost, you just want players who give you everything. Our job's to try and make them technically better, tactically better, and make them fit into what your game model is and what you're trying to achieve. And I think that if you look at Lee Bonus from probably the minute he walked in the doors compared to where he is now, he's starting to become that all-round player. And I think probably the frightening part about him is that he's only 22. He's still such a young lad. He's still so much to learn, and he's still so much better and inside him to get out. So I think he's a very, very bright future.
Tonight showed maybe the strength and depth that we're starting to build, even though there were some important players not able to be involved because of injury. Still brought on the likes of Shay Gordon and Paul O'Neill and Graham Kelly and others like that to strengthen us and help us as the game went on. Yeah,
but we said this from minute one, and it can be very frustrating for players when they're not starting and they work hard all week, and ultimately they've nothing else to go away from, and you can't go back to your normal job and forget about it and back in on Tuesday night, and this is what they do, and they can't shake it. So it can be very disappointing for them. It can be very frustrating for them, and we're totally aware of that. But I just think their attitudes, I think their commitment, I think their mentalities are superb, and I think you've seen that tonight when they were called upon.
We're really coming into the business end of the season now, and we're not going to achieve anything with 11 players. We're going to need that depth, and we're going to need good players to sometimes start, sometimes come off the bench, and vice versa.
Yeah, and that's just the nature of the beast, and unfortunately in football that I don't think there's been too many teams worldwide where they get through a full season with 11 players. You take knocks, you take injuries, you take suspensions, and it's important that those that are maybe haven't been playing week in, week out, that they're still very much part of what you're doing. They're still tuned in and they're hungry. And again, as I say, I think we showed that tonight.
Playing on a Friday night, we are coming to the business end of the season, puts the ball in the court of other teams up and around it. Is that an advantage? Is that something you look at or think about?
No, the only thing we have to worry about is trying to control what we can control. You look at the games tomorrow, and anything can happen, I suppose. So Our job's to take care very much of what happens in Inver Park, and that's as far as it is for us.
On the injury front, Mark Randall and Daniel Cairns unable to be involved. How far away maybe are they from a return?
Mark's actually waiting for a scan, and Kearnsey's back on the pitch, so not actually taking part in playing yet, but running. So we're hoping Kearnsey isn't too far away.
And just lastly, it's the first time we're able to talk to you since the announcement of Jeff Hughes' retirement as a player, and what his future will hold. What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, it's extremely sad. Such a talented boy. And they done a little thing for him tonight before, or as part of pre-match, and the media team put a little compilation of Jeff's best bits, not just for Larne but while he was in England, and you probably don't realise how good a career Jeff actually had until you actually see it, and you don't realise the goals he scored until you see them. Listen, he's a top lad. He's Mr. Larne, as we all know, but I think Jeff has a very bright future. I know this is one chapter closed, but he'll not look at it negatively, look at it very positively. Another chapter is just about to open for him.
Brilliant. Thank you.